Hello everybody, and here we are, waking up for another day in the world of Moonlighter, with me, Scruffy Joe. This is our second episode, and what did we do? I think we've just sold everything. We just did a day's worth of shop stuff. So, yeah, that's right. Let's just go outside quickly, because we've got 1,275 gold. Can we attract the blacksmith? Not like that. There we go. 500 gold. Blacksmith, come to town. And this is just going to help us out a lot because it will mean that we can buy weapons and armour. And without weapons and armour, we were going to be dead as toast. So there he is. We're going to go over and have a chat in a second. So anyway, Moonlighter. We're not going to be able to afford any of this stuff, but it doesn't matter because we need to know what it is so we know what we're collecting. I'm going to show you something which is really helpful. Yep, it's the place to be. So look, right, you've got various armour types. You can go through these different weapons and stuff. You can upgrade. As you explore the game, these things get much more expensive, as you can see. We can't afford any of this stuff, and you can basically make some decisions on what you want to do. You can wear steel boots, fabric boots. We can do iron. There's 3 different types of stuff. I, generally speaking, started out with iron, and then I think I'm going to upgrade to steel afterwards. But for the time being, we can't afford any of this stuff, so it's not even worth worrying about. What we should worry about, though, is getting a spear as soon as possible, because the sword and shield is just a bit rubbish. Now, see down at the bottom of the screen it says, actually my body's in the way. There you go. X, add to wish list. So we're going to hit that on that, and then we're going to come over here for the weapons. We're going to hit it on the steel helmet, the iron helmet, iron and steel breastplates, and these, whoops, iron and steel boots. And then we're also, because the bow and arrow is dead handy, going to click it on that. Now what that now means, come back in the shop for a sec, is that if we look in here, these have now got stars on them because we need them. Okay? So basically that means you now know you've got a really handy way of knowing what not to sell, because selling that stuff would be rubbish. Now, next thing to do, we don't have enough stock to make enough money to actually buy any of these things, so let's just go and fight the dungeon. Probably going to do this a couple of times. Going to do it once in the daytime, which is now, where it'll be slightly easier, and then we'll come back and do it again at night. And then we'll sell everything tomorrow. That's my sort of general idea. And I've got the swishy sword, haven't I? Ow! And I immediately forgot what I'm doing because in my other sort of save game, I have a spear, and basically the game is just easier with a spear. Ow! That didn't go very well at all. I did get lots of cores though, and I think they're worth about 100 each, so that's kind of cool. Right, we don't want to go that way yet. The whirlpool thing, well, whirlpool, the kind of nice pool that you just saw, gives you your health back, which is great. Oh, you got me. So it is great, you get your health back, but it's the way towards the end of the level. So, oh crikey! Ah! Get off! Get off! Get off! Oh my god! Right, that didn't happen. Forget about that. Right, forget about that. Didn't happen. Right, we're not going to go that way. This time I'm going to remember what I'm doing with this silly sword. Hey, give me my stuff. and I am not going to get myself immediately killed like an idiot. With the old hit and run. Whoops. Ow. Yeah, that's better. Right. Ooh, things. So this will turn into something and we don't know what. That has to be put over here because anything over on this side of it will get destroyed. And that needs to be put on the bottom. It's just the way the game works. Oh, free metal. Stab! Stab! Roll! Roll! Whoops! Stab! Free jelly. And we need jelly because jelly turns into potions. Ba-ba-bum. Now, have I got any... I've got 4 potions. Now, there's an argument for jumping off here. It was worth it. So I just found a book. Golem History 1. Now I know for... I think Golem History 1 is worth 2,700. Ah! There's some sort of evil beast chasing me. Right, that big green thing. Now you see this down there with a clock on the bottom with an eye. That is basically you've taken too long, and so now the evil thing is going to come and kill you. It chases you from one screen to the next. There's not a lot you can do about it. And die, 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 die. Thank you. And basically what you've got to do is just move through the dungeon a bit quicker and sort of stay ahead of it, because you can't kill it. If it touches you, you die. And it's just a total nightmare. There it is. Appearing there again. Let's quickly go and read this. Today marks my first step into these mysterious dungeons. Ooh, discovered far from Rinogo. Small and incredibly charming village just north of the crater. Am I going to get attacked in a minute? Because if so, I don't want to be reading this. No one adventures together. Dungeons build themselves around the one entering. Yeah, you see? It's roguelike in a game. That's really meta. Basically, buy this game if you want to read this text. Yeah, exciting times. So yeah, got to keep running, got to keep moving because I'm being chased by a weird goopy eye. Oi! Whoops! Chop, chop, run away. Oops. This is really bad news. Oopsie days. Chop. Oh, I also accidentally just got my broom out. I can't run away until I've cleared the room. There we go. And he also eats all of the rubble, so he's an absolute nightmare because it means that the things that you kill, there's no point in killing them. Charge, run, sprint, run away. Actually, I'm very nearly dead. But yay! Healing spring water. Now, I've got 17 out of 20 things. I probably am going to get killed if I try and fight the boss. However, can kill these things. Which gives me more stuff that I can sell. Now I'm not going to go through that room. If I go through that door, the boss will kill me. Ah! Wait. Right. Definitely time to bail out. With the B button. Make a run, make a run. So yeah, we killed quite a lot of stuff. We opened a couple of chests, and we've got some loot which we can sell, which is groovy. Good times. Now, what I would like to do is buy some sort of spear, but I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do that. Depends whether I've got enough stuff to sell. Which I probably have actually. Yeah, because I can sell that, sell that, sell that. Don't need those. Definitely sell that. Might need those a bit later. Those come in handy for making potions. Can sell those, and definitely can sell the cores. Yeah, okay. Cool. Let's do it. Do we know the price of this? We know 280 was too much. Okay. Oops. Oh, we do know that those are... Let's just do that. Let's put them in 2 sets of 3. And we need to give a price to the core, which I can't remember off the top of my head what it should be. Let's have a quick... Oops. Let's have a look where it is in the list. Below glass lenses, above water spheres. It's kind of probably around about 100. Let's just try 110, see what happens. As for this book, whoops, if we have a look here, this is directly below the 3,000 line, which basically tells me it's worth 3,000. But it's probably not quite worth 3,000, so let's just try 2,900, because that at this stage in the game is a massive amount of money. So let's just open the shop. If I hadn't have found that book, I would have been running back to the dungeon at this point and trying to earn a bit more cash. But as it is, we're in a pretty good place, because that book, if it sells, he liked 110, that's good. Let's try... What about 120? Would we tolerate 120? We know that that sells well. Yeah. Good, everyone likes an ancient vase. Let's sell more of those. Cool. And when you get into this game later on, you end up with a bigger shop, and you also end up with a much larger amount of stock. Oh, okay, didn't like that price. Oh, I didn't like that price either. Okay, so let's try 115 and try knocking that down to 2,800. In the meantime, we sold some more vases. Oops, don't really want all of those, do we? Oh, or do we know how much these cost? No, we do know how much these cost. Oh, great. In fact, we do. Let's just sell them all. Oh, somebody liked that price as well. Okay, that's good. Let's sell 3 at a time in that case. I do like the way the... Oh, no. Oh, he's going to buy it, but he was unhappy about it. Okay. So the next time we get a book, we sell it for 2,700 or 2,750 or something like that. But that has really made my day in terms of stock. That's like the ideal outcome. Do we know how much these cost? Yeah, we do. Okay, cool. And that's good price for cloth. Excellent. Bonk. Did we decide it? Yeah, okay. Let's just do that. Sell them all. Okay, so the price for the calls is really 110. I've made an absolute killing today. I think everything else back in the back here we kind of need. It's not really worth much anyway. Yeah, I think we kind of need all of that stuff, so let's just sell this last couple of bits and bobs, hopefully, and call it a night. Capitalism, guys. Capitalism. Yay. And no. Doesn't want to buy my rubbish roots. He thinks my roots are crap. I like the way the money bag, which started out really thin and kind of has ended up sort of a bit more. Come on, just buy the damn things. They must be worth nothing. As soon as I've got enough spare cash, I'm going to buy the bargain bucket and just throw them in there. Everyone go, get out of my shop. You weren't buying anything anyway. So let's just, for this, 7,300. Now, that's great. That's literally my second day of being open. That's a ton of cash. Oops. Just like to try and be a bit more ordered and things. So, can we actually go... Do we have enough stuff to build a spear? That's the next question. I am looking for better gear. I'm looking for specifically a spear. Oh, that's unfortunate. That means I'm going to have to run the dungeon again with badness. Oh, I could... Ooh. Ah. Well, I think that's pretty much... Well, that's going to give me an extra 50 hit points, but it won't actually allow me to do any more damage. Whereas the training spear will... I mean, it'll do the same as the sword, but it'll mean I won't get hit as much, so I'll be further away. And then I will need these things, but these things don't come for a little bit afterwards. So I think that's only 1,000, isn't it? So let's just... Yeah, let's buy ourselves a nice steel breastplate. And then we've still got enough cash left over to buy a spear once we get more of those kind of things which look like a pile of weird yellow stones. And the other thing we could do while we're still kind of flushed with money is if we go to the town and get the enchanter to turn up. Because she does two very important things. She allows you to build, or wait, if you provide her with the materials, she can sell you potions really cheaply, which is great. You need potions to get through the later levels of the dungeon. And she also has the ability to enchant your weapons. So here she is. Now we haven't really got that much cash or many of the materials that you need, but so if you had none of the jelly, you could buy a potion that restores 40 hit points for 379 gold. But if you come to her with the jelly, which I've got loads of, then you only cost you 118, so that's groovy. And then there's various other potions which take different bits and bobs, and they go all the way down in colour and shape. You can also get her to do enchantments. So if I had two of those sort of pinky crystal looking things, I could get an additional 20 defense on my armour, which would be cool. And I could also do that and get some extra attack power with whatever weapon I happen to have. So she's a really handy person to know, and it's great that we've now got access to her. But the main thing we need to do is just collect some more material to allow us to get some better equipment. And I'm going to do that in the next episode. Because right now, I'm going to go to sleep. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please press the like button. If you've really enjoyed it, please press the subscribe button. And if you've enjoyed it to such an extent that you never want to miss an episode, press the little button that looks like a bell. That's my top tips. Anyway, thanks very much, and I will see you next time for more Moonlighter. Take care now. Bye bye.